Hello, my name is Caitlin McKinney. I've been a student at Bryant Stratton College since 2023. I'm currently finishing my last semester where I will have achieved my goal of obtaining my Associates of Applied Science degree in medical reimbursement coding. I've worked in medical billing since 2020. I chose to pursue my degree in medical reimbursement and coding because I would like to advance my career further. In this video, I'll be reviewing some of the projects I have worked on during my time at Bryant Stratton College to help me obtain my goals. The first project I would like to talk about was for my research and writing class. My research and writing class required me to complete a portfolio project where I had to write a paper regarding the impact COVID-19 had on the insurance, billing, and coding industry. I then had to create a PowerPoint presentation as my final submission for this project. To complete this assignment, I had to use technology I had available and resources such as Google Scholar, Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, and I even used YouTube as a source of information when I needed help with navigating PowerPoint. I was also able to include information I've learned firsthand from working in medical billing. By completing this project, I was able to meet two institutional outcomes. The first being utilize appropriate current technology and resources to locate and evaluate information needed to accomplish a goal, and then communicate those findings in visual, written, and oral formats. The second institutional outcome I was able to meet by completing this project was transferring knowledge, skills, and behaviors acquired through formal and informal learning and life experiences to new situations. The next project I completed to help me obtain my goals and meet certain outcomes was for procedural coding. My procedural coding course required me to complete a portfolio project where I had to create a PowerPoint presentation to explain how inpatient coding is performed. The PowerPoint would act as a training video for new hires who have no inpatient coding experience. I was able to meet the institutional outcome of employing strategies for reflection on learning and practice in order to adjust learning processes for continual improvement. I met this outcome by taking information I've learned from this course and other courses and break it down in a way others may be able to understand. In order to do that, I had to reflect on the things I've learned and adjust my learning style so I could articulate that information into something others could understand as well. The next project I worked on was for quantitative reasoning. During my quantitative reasoning class, I had to create a budget plan based off of the expected income I would be making from my career choice. I was required to show what my net and gross income would be, and I would have had to allocate money to expenses that were both needs and wants. After creating my budget plan, I had to look for a house in my area that would be within my financial budget. By completing this project, I was able to meet the institutional outcome of following established methods of inquiry and mathematical reasoning to form conclusions and make decisions by calculating the money within my budget to ensure all of my financial needs were met. While taking Career Development 2 Theory and Practice, I created a portfolio project where I created my resume, cover letter, and my MyCred account. By doing this, I was able to meet the institutional outcome of participate in social, academic, learning, and professional communities for individual growth and to function as a citizen of a multicultural world. I did this by sharing my resume and cover letter with my peers to get their insight. I tailored my resume to be more professional and to fit the needs of the jobs that I would be applying for. I created a video of my MyCred account so I could explain how each item in it was very important. This project allowed me to communicate with others and take advice from those who may see things differently than I do. In my electronic health records class, I was allowed to meet the program outcome of demonstrating competency to assemble, process, maintain, store, abstract, analyze, index, and retrieve health information data by requiring me to review patient health information and abstract the required data I needed to put into the patient's electronic health record. I had to review the provided information and look for any errors. I also had to assemble what I needed from that information so that I could put the proper information into the EHR. In my clinical documentation, integrity, and quality class, I was able to meet the program outcome of analyzing the results of coded data to ensure medical necessity was met when auditing charts. I did this by writing a paper about the auditing process. I was given scenarios to review and analyze to ensure whether guidelines were being followed. I then had to articulate that information in a way that would explain whether medical necessity was met or not. how I came to that conclusion, and ways we could prevent those errors in the future. In my advanced CPT and HCPCS Level 2 coding class, I had to complete a portfolio project where I acted as a coding educator and was tasked with creating a coding training aid for new certified coders that contained diagnosis, procedure, and supplied drug codes. I had to review multiple medical records and locate the correct ICD-10-CM, CPT, and HCPCS Level 2 code for each case, and then explain how I was able to come up with those codes so that others could understand it. I was able to meet the program outcome of abstracting information from medical charts to assign the correct diagnosis, procedure, and supply code in a variety of medical situations. Lastly, in my evaluation and management class, I completed a portfolio project where I had to act as a coding supervisor, and I needed to cross-train some of the front staff to help assign EM codes due to the faculty not having enough coders to meet coding demands. To complete this project, I had to explain how important it is to evaluate patient records to ensure that the information provided is accurate, complete, and meets regulations, policies, and standards. I then had to explain how if a health record is not complete and accurate, we will not be able to apply the correct codes. I reviewed different scenarios and explained what to look for. By completing this assignment, I was able to meet the outcome of evaluating the accuracy and completeness of the patient record as defined by policy, external regulations, and standards. Thank you so much for your time, and if you would like to review any of these portfolio projects, they are all linked to the classes listed.